As Christians, we're not supposed to impose our faith on anybody or try to turn anybody into a Christian. It's just, it's just our obligation to share when the time is right. And, I kind of approach it that way.
Yeah, and me too, because if I have to think who turned me into a Christian, I was raised in, I guess, a slightly more religious environment, but I moved to England. I was not interested in religion for most of my life. I don't want to call myself an atheist. I don't like that word. I think it's a dirty word, and I don't want to ever brand myself with it. But back then I would have described myself as an atheist. I was a non-religious person until about 7 years ago. And when I think about the question, who convinced me to become a Christian? Nobody convinced me. Nobody convinced me. I think I moved to this beautiful Christian country. I saw the way that society was, more closely held together. You probably see this in the Italian American community.
Yes.
And you remember it from growing up. And I thought, okay, there's something to this. Let me explore this myself. And it was very much an internal journey that I decided to take without somebody saying, hey, Tristan, you should be a Christian because X, Y, and Z. So just as that's the way I became a Christian, I wouldn't want to be the guy to tell anyone you need to believe this or else. I don't ever want to come across that way. So I let people run their own path, especially people I care about. I think if Andrew was making a cataclysmic mistake that was bad for our audience, bad for him, bad for me, bad for us as brothers, bad for us as a family, then it's my duty to call him out. But I mean, he's reverted to Islam. The man doesn't drink anymore. He's a lot more focused on his work. I don't see any negative side effects it's had on him. So I'm going to let him run his race. I'm going to let him live his life. He's older than me as well. So he has that little bit of older brother authority that I can't really use on him.
How much older?
A year and a bit.
Oh.
Like we're almost the same age, but a year and a bit.
No, I think that's the right approach, and there's I forget the verse in the Bible where Jesus was asked, what is your role here on earth? And his response was very telling. He said, not to lose one soul for my Father. So I believe that anybody that knew Jesus at one point in time, even if they've left, they'll come back. Because I think those are very powerful words. So, but I agree with you. It's you let people do their thing, but you speak the truth when it's appropriate.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we believe.